when Derrick Rose went to the basket late in the Chicago Bulls' win in their opening playoff game against the Philadelphia 76ers in April 2012, he was one of the NBA's brightest stars. A year removed from winning MVP, Rose was again the best player on the team that tied for the NBA's best record. That all changed when Rose went down because of a torn left ACL, one that would sideline him the entire 2012-13 season. Another knee surgery followed, and while Rose was subsequently able to return, he has never been the same player, or able to stay healthy for entire seasons. Frustration with those injuries might lead Rose to walk away from the Cleveland Cavaliers, ESPN's Dave McMenamin and Adrian Wojnarowski reported Friday. As Rose reconsiders his future, it's worth wondering what might have been had Rose stayed healthy. Though Rose was an enormous star producing highlights on a nightly basis with his explosive speed and leaping ability, calling him the defending MVP at the time of his injury might overstate how effective he really was when healthy. The selection of Rose over Dwight Howard or LeBron James, controversial at the time, hasn't aged well. Rose's candidacy undoubtedly benefited from the contrast with James, immensely unpopular during his first season with the Miami Heat. Rose's Bulls, built around a homegrown talent, were considered the desirable alternative to the Heat's Big Three. Value statistics suggest Rose was not the best player in the league in 2010-11. He finished fourth in my wins above replacement player, WARP, metric with 16.6, far behind James, 21.2, and Howard, 20.5. The wins above replacement, WAR, component of ESPN's Real Plus Minus, RPM, was lower on Rose's performance, putting him ninth in the league with 12.7 WAR. We should, however, be careful not to overcorrect when it comes to Rose's value. At worst, we're talking about one of the 10 best players in the league at age 22. The following season, when Rose missed 27 games because of a variety of minor injuries, he took a step backward. Despite the time he missed, Rose rated worth 7.6 wins above replacement WARP, a pace of 12.8 over a full season. So how might Rose's career have progressed without the injury? My Shaween projection system's similarity scores are ideally suited to answering that question. Here are the 10 players rated most similar to Rose since 1990 within 6 months of the same age he was during the 2011-12 regular season. While not all of these players were as highly honored as Rose, everyone was an all-star, as was Rose for 3 consecutive seasons before his ACL injury. As high-scoring guards, this group should give us a good set of comparables to project Rose's development. A handful of them are still in their primes, meaning we don't know exactly how their development will go. So let's take out the 4 players on this list since 2013-14, leaving us with 8 comps for Rose. As a group, these 8 players averaged 14.0 WARP at the same age Rose was before his ACL injury, slightly better than his 2011-12 performance prorated to a full season but similar to what Rose averaged over 2010-11 and 2011-12. That mostly held steady over the next 6 seasons.